Y'all, welcome to the Jacksonian. We have a special guest today. We have Amethyst, 22-year-old co-owner of Amazon Gladiators. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm doing really great today.
That's good. Tell us about how you got into Amazon Gladiators. How did that come about?
So, my business partner, Kerry, he first introduced e-commerce to me in 2019, August 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he mentored me and we did the thing. I kind of slacked off in the beginning, but as time progressed, I think like January 2020, I had decided to start taking it serious. And I had did like 5 figures in 3 months. And then from there, we decided to launch the educational program. We have over 130 students now in and out the country, and we just teach them how to do e-commerce and drop shipping, selling on Amazon basically. So yeah.
So give us a rundown of like some of the products that you sell on your site.
Okay, cool. So just to explain what e-commerce is just digital transactions online. So when you send Cash App, that's a form of e-commerce. Forex, all that is e-commerce. So but we sell products on Amazon. So we do Amazon drop shipping. We also do Amazon FBA, which means fulfillment by Amazon. And a lot of people don't know that Amazon only sells about 20% of their products, and the rest, 80%, comes from people like me, drop shippers or Amazon FBA sellers. So we sell products. We do research on whatever's selling during the season. So for example, springtime. It's springtime right now. And I've been selling a lot of lawn chairs, grills, things like that. There's things that's selling real hot right now. So it just depends on the season. We do research like that. It's different research tools, Chrome extensions. It's a lot of developing product research. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's great, by the way. It's good to see that somebody from our city, around our age, is doing something so good. About how was it easy getting into it?
It's a simple business model,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not easy. A lot of our students have problems with being consistent, and that's with a lot of things, being consistent. As long as you're consistent, like it's not hard to do it. So you just gotta be consistent. So.
Okay, so walk us through the process it takes to get on Amazon and start selling.
Okay, so you have to be 18 years or older to have apply for Amazon store. You go to sellercentral.amazon.com and you apply for, it says sign up for a store. So they're going to want to know your tax information, ID, bank statements, make sure all the addresses match up, because Amazon doesn't play. They the number one distributor right now. I think they're over Walmart right now, but yeah. You apply for the store, tax, do all that, and some people can get an LLC. You don't have to, but it'll be good too. You do that, and they're going to approve your store within a week. Sometimes they'll do the same day, but it just depends. They approve your store, and then from there, that's all you have to do. You can start listing products. So.
Okay, so why did you mention that they probably should get an LLC?
Well, I say you should probably get an LLC because once you reach 5 figures on a store, which is, like I said, I did it in 2 or 3 months, my first time doing it. Once you do that, they're going to want to, you have to have an established business, because there's going to be certain suppliers that's going to want somebody that has an LLC to be doing drop shipping. And so you can do it, but they want somebody with a license in doing it. So
gives you a little bit more confidence. Okay. Cool.
And then also has to do with background and tax and all that. They want somebody with LLC. So.
Yeah. Okay. So, you mentioned being consistent. Was it something that you struggled with?
Yes. So like I said, I started August 2019, and I played around. I think I did like $400 between August and December. That's because I don't know if you've ever heard of Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, but he calls it the E-Quadrant mindset. So I was still working at Walmart, and I was doing other side hustles. So I was still flipping shoes and working at Walmart. So I really wasn't giving it no time. I wasn't like giving it any attention to it. So yeah, I did struggle with inconsistency a lot.
What made you get focused?
I guess you would say I had a paradigm shift. So I don't know. it was really because Kerry, he had already did, like, dude, he used to work at a chicken house. Like, I don't know if you know what it is. He used to be a farmer down in Waynesboro, Mississippi, and he made like $800 a month. And then he went to like 30 grand. He bought him he has an M4 now, BMW M4. Like, it's real. Like, he's done over 6 figures with it. So, and I know him personally. I was like, okay, so let me stick with this because this is, it's working. And like what I've been doing is not working. So, and I was burning myself out working at Walmart and flipping shoes and doing all that. Like,
so now, is it enough residual income for you to do it without having to work another job?
I haven't worked 9 to 5 since May 2020. I just been doing school. So.
And living life still is the same, no drop off, anything like that?
Yeah, I have more time though to like do hobbies and stuff and travel. I went to LA in January. I went to Atlanta. I went to New York in August. That's another thing about selling on Amazon. You can work from whenever, wherever. Nobody has to tell you when to go to lunch, when to clock in, etc., stuff like that. So yeah. Okay,
so with Amazon, how far do you want to go with it? Like, do you have a cutoff point, or do you want to keep this going for as long as you can?
I don't necessarily want to say that I want to keep it going because there's other things that I do want to start to venture off into. But I do enjoy it, but I'm just doing it while the wave is high right now. Like, e-commerce is really high right now. So that's kind of how it is. So just a big thing is just adapting to the economy. So what's working right now.
Walk us through what it would take to join your course.
Okay, so first, to join a course, you have to fill out an application, and on there's a training video. It's about 10-13 minutes. It just tells you exactly what to expect with Amazon dropshipping from somebody that has like zero experience. Fill out the application. It's a few questions on there, and then we'll give you a phone call to see if you're a right fit for the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just generally speaking, feel free to not answer if you don't want, but what's the acceptance rate like for your class?
We accept a lot of people. Let me just tell you, the people we don't want is people that think it's like a get rich quick thing. Like, this is a thing of passive income, so it's gonna be important that you stay disciplined and not want to thinking you're gonna make $100,000 next month. Like, no, it's not gonna happen.
And that's why
we try to stay away from people like that.
Right. That's why I asked, because literally, some people here, you have to be qualified to join your course, right? And it'll deter them from doing it. They'll think like, oh, I may not get picked. So it makes some people just go the opposite direction.
Yeah, but like I say, it's a good thing because like people might want to do like get rich quick, but this is something that I was able to stop working a 9 to 5. And it might seem small, but that's a lot because so much time, like working 40 hours a week, and I got that 40 hours back. Even though I'm still doing drop shipping, but it's like half the time, maybe 2 to 3 hours a day I work on it.
Yeah, so has doing this with Amazon, has this helped you blossom into an entrepreneur, or is it a little bit different, Skip?
Yes, my path has probably completely changed since I've got into this. Opened my eyes, opened a lot of doors. Like, here growing up in Jackson, it's just different when you start traveling and stuff because you may think you know everything, but once you start traveling, you can just see, like, I see how small-minded I was just because of my environment. Not saying that it was the wrong thing, but it's just different. All the opportunities, the stuff you don't learn in school. I went to Jim Hill, so I don't know. It was just, I don't know, but, it's just stuff we didn't learn. Like, all you gotta do is read a book and you can just, it's just crazy. So, yeah, it's a lot I want to do. Entrepreneurship. I don't even want to use my degree. Not really.
Do you regret it, getting your degree to an extent? Okay.
It was always a backup plan. Going to school was always a backup plan for me.
That's really big these days. A lot of people are realizing that they don't really need school anymore. Not saying that, when we was in high school, it was a little different. You was told to go get your degree, but technology and the internet has really changed our perspective. Walk us through what it would take to join your course.
Okay, so first, to join a course, you have to fill out an application, and on there's a training video. It's about 10, 13 minutes. It just tells you exactly what to expect with Amazon dropshipping from somebody that has like zero experience. Fill out the application. It's a few questions on there, and then we'll give you a phone call to see if you're a right fit for the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just generally speaking, feel free to not answer if you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the acceptance rate like for your class?
We accept a lot of people. Let me just tell you, the people we don't want is people that think it's like a get rich quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a thing of passive income, so it's gonna be important that you stay disciplined and not want to, like, thinking you're gonna make $100,000 next month. Like, no, it's not gonna happen.
And that's why
what we try to stay away from, people like that.
Right. That's why I asked, because literally, some people here, you have to be qualified to join your course, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll deter them from doing it. They'll think like, oh, I may not get picked, so they'll just. It makes some people just go the opposite direction.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a good thing because like, people might want to do like get rich quick, but this is something that I was able to stop working a 9 to 5, and it might seem small, but that's a lot because so much time, like working 40 hours a week, and I got that 40 hours back. I mean, even though I'm still doing drop shipping, but it's like half the time, maybe 2 to 3 hours a day I work on it.
Yeah. So, has doing this with Amazon, has this helped you blossom into an entrepreneur, or is it a little bit different, Skip?
Yes, my path has probably completely changed since I've got into this. Opened my eyes, opened a lot of doors. Like, here growing up in Jackson, it's just different when you start traveling and stuff, because you may think you know everything, but once you start traveling, you can just see, like, I see how small-minded I was just because of my environment. Not saying that it was the wrong thing, but it's just different. All the opportunities, the stuff you don't learn in school. I went to Jim Hill, so I don't know. It was just, I don't know, but, it's just stuff we didn't learn. Like, all you gotta do is read a book and you can just, it's just crazy. So, yeah, it's a lot I want to do. Entrepreneurship. I don't even want to use my degree. Not really.
Do you regret it, getting your degree to an extent? Okay.
It was always a backup plan. Going to school was always a backup plan for me.
That's really big these days. A lot of people are realizing that they don't really need school anymore. Not saying that, when we was in high school, it was a little different. You was told to go get your degree, but technology and the internet has really changed our perspective of it.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between Shopify and Amazon?
Okay, so Amazon drop shipping, not even just drop shipping, but selling on Amazon is different because with Shopify, I've done Shopify. I actually did Shopify first. Me and Carrie tried to do Shopify first. You have to build a website. You have to have a product. You have to run ads. You have to do all of that, and it takes so long. Like, for a Shopify store is Fashion Nova. That's a Shopify store. They started in 2012. They probably started booming like 2017, 16 maybe. But that's a Shopify store. And all you do with Shopify stores is you buy products. Most of the time they source them from suppliers overseas. So it takes like 2 weeks to get to the certain store. When you go on Instagram and it's like an ad and it's like a spinning wheel for a certain percent off, those are Shopify stores. Or if you scroll to the bottom, it'll say Powered by Shopify. So those are Shopify stores. And the bad thing about Shopify is you can get a lot of chargebacks. But they do get daily payouts, but you can get a lot of chargebacks because of the shipping time so long. And that hurts because chargeback rates are crazy. But Amazon, you don't have to run ads. You don't have to do none of that marketing. You find a product that's already selling, and that's it. Like, three things you worry about is customer service, fulfilling orders, and product research. So it's way easier than Shopify. But if you got a good product, some people buy previous stores from Shopify, so with those.
So on Amazon, how do you set yourself aside from the rest of the competition that might be selling the same product as you?
It research. You got to find a good listing, either it's low competition or, we recommend like no more than 2 or 3 sellers. It just depends though if it's FBA. It's just a lot of if and tiff and taste, but you can definitely, beat the competition. So
competition bad in this field because doesn't it help your sales if somebody's selling the same thing in a way? I don't know.
Yeah, I've had that happen where somebody else then came and undercut my prices, and I had to find another product. But that's why you're supposed to keep your inventory and audit your inventory every day or every other day. So, but another thing is like a lot of people are not really consistent with it, so it's not. It might be competition for a while, but maybe not that long.
So if you're selling something online, what is there to be consistent with? Genuine question.
Being consistent with checking products, make sure you ship the products, make sure you respond to customers, because Amazon is big on customer service. They will like deactivate your store if you're not responding and shipping orders out on time. Like they're real strict on that. If you do anything like selling counterfeit products, anything, they will deactivate your store.
That's why I asked. Because some people here consistent, they don't really know what that entails. They might think that means just go on there and check your site every day. So now they have the ability to know, like, okay, well, let me make sure I'm responding back on time and sending the products on time and things like that.
What's the product that you sold that you were surprised that got that type of profit margin?
I wasn't really surprised, but I don't know. I get really good profit margins. That's one of the main reasons Security wants to go in business with me. Like, I can sit behind a computer for hours and look up stuff. That's just me. But it's hard because I used to get this beat maker. I had like a 40% profit margin, so I would buy it from my supplier for like $120, $114 sometimes, and sell it for like $300.
So now that you're talking about buying stuff from your suppliers, like, about how much should somebody budget that wants to get into this?
If you want to, the more money you put in, the more you make, of course. But you can start with $100, literally, and just keep flipping it. But the more you put in, the more you make. So we have a girl named Claudia from South Carolina, and she started with about $3,000, and now she started in November. And what is it now? Last month, her store was at $20,000 in revenue, and I think she's profited like $8,000 or $9,000.
So she started with $3,000, and now she's profited about $8,000 or $9,000 in about a couple months.
Yeah,
profit wise.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's.
So what's it being spent on? You getting $20,000 in revenue? I know you got a lot of products and stuff like that. So is it shipping? Like what costs?
So depending on what you do. So if you're doing FBA, they have FBA, Amazon FBA fees, Amazon storage fees to store the products in the warehouse. And they have a small shipping fee. It's not that much. It just depends on the size of the pallet or how much space it's taking up. Now, if you're doing drop shipping, the only fee that encounters is the FBA, not the FBA fee, but the Amazon fee, which is 15%. But that's really cheap compared to like selling on like eBay and stuff. eBay charges a lot of fees. It's just bad.
And y'all get Amazon Prime too. Technically, if somebody has it, they get it in 2 days.
That's with FBA.
That's what FBA.
But like, if you find a good product like that beat maker, it can get. I had a supplier that'll ship it the same day, get there the same day or the next day. It was fast. It was quick.
So it depends on your supplier. Oh, okay.
I do want to invite people that's maybe just feel stagnant, or not stagnant, but just want to get into entrepreneurship but not really sure what they want to do yet. I think it's a good segue over into entrepreneurship, especially if you're trying to get out of your 9 to 5. I think that'll be a good thing to start, because you learn how to do. People actually hire e-commerce specialists. You're gonna look it up. It's like digital marketing, basically what you're doing. So you can pick up this skill. This is skills, and like it's not just with Amazon. This is a skill you can take to other companies, and more companies are looking for stuff like that. So.
Okay. Last thing before you go, we always do this with every client, or every person that come, every guest. I want you to manifest one thing, or it could be a couple things. It's on you, but manifest something that you want for yourself, or for the universe, or for someone around you.
Manifest something. I would really like to see more of the younger crowd in Jackson start to venture out and do more things like this and not be afraid or want to conform. because that's something I used to want to do, because it's hard, like staying here, like my family, like the reason I went to Ole Miss is because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. And like I've never went to school with Caucasian kids in my life, and it was weird for me, and I really didn't like it, but that helped me to, like I said, I got away from limitations from my parents. So, you know, certain beliefs that you grow up with and having a certain mindset. I realized I was real negative and pessimistic sometimes, you know, but just I want to see more of a younger people doing this and just not wanting to, okay, I'm going to go to school. So my mom and dad say I want to go to school. So just do what you want to do, and just be passionate about it, and like be consistent.
Okay.
Be consistent.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you for coming and talking to us today. This is Dorian and my boy Marlon right here, and we got Amethyst again from Jackson, Mississippi, 22-year-old Amazon specialist, Amazon Gladiators. She's the co-owner of there, so if you have any questions, where can they contact you at?
I'm on Instagram at Amethyst601. And I also have my email and my contact number linked in my bio, or just DM me.
Okay, and we're going to drop her Instagram handle on here as well, so y'all will be able to see that. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.